So a very good morning to everyone. Distinguished leaders of the industry on the dais, Shri Prabdas ji, Shri Sanjeev Singh ji, Shri Atanu Chakrabarti, and Dr. Malhotra and Abhishek, who will be back. And in the audience, luminaries of the oil sector, Mr. Pathan, Dr. Garg, Dr. Bisht, and MD Asia, Aramco, Mr. Abdul Rahman, my own dear colleagues, ex-directors of EIL, ladies and gentlemen, and the press who has joined us today. As we meet today in this 10th edition of GRPC, we are truly faced by a predictably unpredictable future. And as the Secretary enumerated the various steps, these are intertwined in the midst of global uncertainties, where every commodity, policy, every dialogue, every resource across all countries of the globe have been weaponized. Looking inward for several countries today has been more global than globalization itself. And why not so? Is it not the objective for each of the nations to provide clean, affordable, uninterrupted energy for all its citizens? Don't we all believe that this is our right? And I think by all arguments, we do. And it is in this moment, what I call stable instability, now I hope a digitally signed peace across the two nations, that India has displayed resilience, strength in having the ability to provide energy across each corner of the nation. The oil and gas sector has been the much-needed shock absorber for this economy. And it is not just about the petroleum products. Let us take the example when the all-time high peak power demand hit more than 270 gigawatt last month. How did we meet this? We met it by a record surge of renewables. About 34% of the renewable energy was flowing in the grid. And this could have been greener, but for the fact that there were constraints in the grid. If you see the prices of power last month, twice they dropped to zero, very easily showing us the constraints that we encountered as a nation. But of course, that's a story for some other time. This reference, however, is pertinent because although the percentage withdrawal of oil from the market in this current crisis is similar to the oil shock of the 1970s, the world could absorb the supply-side crisis mainly due to the higher present penetration of renewables. And this is true for many countries, including ours. That is evident in the prices which just dropped yesterday to a low which was even close to the pre-war era. That means to say that there is enough oil in the market. The fact that US has toppled Russia and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in crude supply, UAE has stepped out of OPEC, the world crude order has truly changed. Let me go back to the downstream, where greening of India's gasoline with 20% ethanol, today's ethanol capacity being over 70% of what we actually need for blending 20%. The next logical step being moving towards E85, E100. And on the LPG front, as spoken by Secretary, Ministry of Petroleum, diversifying sources, ensuring stable supplies to 33.5 crore households, our 24/7 factories of 77,000 ROs fueling 15 to 20 crore vehicles daily all across the country is actually the nerve center of the fuel availability of our nation. Indeed, it's the robustness, the vibrancy, and the progressive sector that we all are part of. Looking ahead from this point, what are our pivots of transformation? How do we see is also a huge enabler. More proactive solutions which orient more analysis and not just looking at data, has equal potential to add the much needed layer of efficiency targeting to meet the cost and schedule of the projects. In summary, thus, the future of this sector has many, many possibilities, and it is for each of us. In particular, for a lot of youngsters who are in the room and who have joined the workforce in the oil and gas sector, who have chosen this as a career path to convert these challenges of today into innumerable opportunities for tomorrow. With this, I'm truly delighted and thank the organizers for having me here to be part of this inaugural, and wish the conference a great success. The conference structure brings the richness of experience and provides room for learning for all stakeholders in this ever-evolving, resilient, and continuously transforming oil and gas sector. Thank you very much and wish you all the best. Thank you.